Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lamely Garden. I am Gleesy, and today is gonna be a different kind of video. I've spoken in a previous video about starting a series of, for beginner gardeners and what they can do as they're trying to get their garden started. So I am going to just do a voiceover video where I talk about the things that you should be looking at as you begin your garden. So the first thing I want to say is kudos to you for even having the desire to want to start a garden. I remember my first time when I wanted to start a garden. It's something I wanted to do for a long time. And when I finally had the space, I had no idea where to start. So that's why I want to do this little video series to kind of help you guys get started, especially as it's spring and things are getting warmer and people are venturing out into their gardens. So I technically started my garden in 2018. My first year gardening, it looked crazy, y'all. Like I had just like a little area on the side of my backyard, and I grew corn and I grew cucumbers. And I got no corn because the squirrels ate it, and I had two cucumbers that I was scared to eat. Like I couldn't eat them, y'all, because I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I grew this in my backyard. It's not safe. Because in my experience, everything comes from the grocery store. So, y'all, I didn't even eat the two cucumbers. Crazy, right? I've come a long way though. But when you're looking to start a garden, you have to think about um, your space, the area that you have to grow in. Are you able to grow in ground? Do you need to do grow bags? Do you have like raised beds? Um, do you want to do like container gardens? So many different things that you can do to grow a garden. But you have to look at the space that you have and then decide. And then once you decide, you have to just decide on next what or where your garden is going to be. The things you want to look at when you're deciding where your garden is going to be is the amount of sunlight that you get. You want to go out in the area, or even in your backyard in general, and look where the sun starts. So, like early in the morning, where does the sun start in the sky, and where does that reflect in your garden or your backyard space? And then you want to see where the sun travels, because what you really want is about 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. Sunlight is so important because your plants need that for energy to grow. And then you want to decide what you're going to grow. I always tell people to start with easy to grow vegetables and herbs, like based off of where you are. So things like tomatoes. I think herbs are hard to grow. People say those are easy, but I don't think they're easy to grow. I've had a hard time growing herbs. Everything outside of basil, I don't grow herbs very well, and I think I'm a pretty good gardener. Um, but yeah, so and then make it things that you eat. You want things that you're going to eat. You don't want to grow okra and you hate okra, cucumbers, tomatoes, zucchini. Those are like easy to grow things um, with a little tweaking. But decide what you want to grow. And then once you decide what you're going to grow, there are several ways that you can start. You can either go to like your local nursery, you can go to the big box stores, you can buy extra transplants, which are like seedlings that people started, a while back, and now they're ready to go into the garden. Or you can buy seeds. Seeds are nice because they're cheaper. You can buy a pack of seeds for like $3, and you can have seeds for years versus having um, a seedling that costs $3 and that being the only one that you have. So there's several different ways that you can do it. It just all depends on what you have the time and energy to do. Most of the time I grow my things from seed, but this year, y'all, it is not happening. I do not have the time to maintain my seedlings inside. I am going to try to start some outside, and just let them grow from that. Not put them in the raised beds, but just start them in some some cell seed trees. That's what I was trying to say. And then go from there. Another thing that's important is how are you going to water your garden? Do you have a water source? Are you going to be able to use a hose? Do you need to have like a rain barrel or buckets that you can catch rainwater in, which is the most efficient way? Um, or you could just have like different collection things. Yeah, I do have a rain barrel, which I use not as often as I should, but I do collect rainwater and I will use that to water my garden. And the biggest thing is just understanding that gardening is up and down. Every year that I garden, I learn more and more. And I just think it's important to give yourself some grace and just understand that you're not going to get it right all at the first time. Like I said, my first year, all I grew was two cucumbers, and I threw them in the trash because I was scared to eat them. But I've had much success over the years because I just continue to learn and see what I am able to do in my garden. So, um, soil is also important. Now, some people will say soil is the most important thing. I do think soil is important, but I also think that you can amend your soil to make it what you need it to be. You go to the stores, you'll see raised beds, you'll see in ground, you'll see container gardening, you'll see special blend, topsoil, compost. There's a ton of different stuff that you can use in the garden for soil. Me in particular, I usually use a topsoil and I add leaf mulch or leaf compost to it and perlite. That is my blend of soil that I use, and I've had a lot of success with it. Perlite this year was really important to help with drainage because I do have issues with drainage sometimes. But this is what I use to try to make it a little bit better. Um, but yeah, you can go to your big box store and you can purchase soil and start from there. The good thing with soil is it's an investment and it's something that you can use over and over again. So in my raised beds that I have now, I filled those up maybe 3 years ago and I just amend it every year. I turn the soil over, I add organic compost, I add granular fertilizer, and I go from there with that. But just important to just make sure that you just start where you are. Decide how you're going to grow in ground, in containers. You can see my green stalk here. Um, what you want to grow and get to growing. You're going to learn so much by just doing. I know a lot of times people do a whole bunch of research. My encouragement to you is just put some stuff in the ground. Put some stuff in the ground, put some stuff in your containers and just get started. You're going to learn so much by doing. Um, yeah. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope this style was helpful. I just wanted something that people may be able to just listen to as, they're doing their daily work and things like that. So yeah, let me know if this video was helpful. Make sure that you guys subscribe, join the Lamely, and just remember, all you got to do is put some seeds in the ground. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.